concept of fighting Satan by getting wealthy and powerful may seem counterintuitive to traditional Christian teachings, which often emphasize the importance of humility and detachment from worldly goods. However, this approach can be seen as a means of using the enemy's own tactics against him by leveraging the power of wealth and influence to spread positivity and goodness. To begin with, it's essential to understand that Satan's primary goal is to lead humans away from God and towards sin and destruction. He achieves this by tempting us with worldly pleasures, promises of power, and desires for material possessions. By acquiring wealth and power, we can, in a sense, take away Satan's arsenal and use it for good. For instance, wealthy individuals can use their resources to fund charitable causes, support education and healthcare initiatives, and promote social justice. Moreover, having a strong financial foundation can provide us with the freedom to pursue our passions and live a life that is true to our values, rather than being driven by the need for financial security. When we are financially stable, we are less likely to be tempted by Satan's promises of wealth and power, and more likely to be focused on our spiritual growth and development. Additionally, wealth and power can provide us with a platform to influence others and spread a positive message. For example, influential individuals can use their social media presence to promote positivity, kindness, and compassion, and to raise awareness about important social issues. They can also use their wealth to support artists, musicians, and writers who create content that inspires and uplifts others. By doing so, they can help to create a cultural shift towards values such as empathy, kindness, and generosity, which are antithetical to Satan's goals. However, it's crucial to note that acquiring wealth and power is not an end in itself, but rather a means to an end. The ultimate goal should always be to use our resources and influence to save others and to bring glory to God. When we prioritize our spiritual growth and development and use our wealth and power to make a positive impact on the world, we can be confident that we are fighting Satan's influence and advancing God's kingdom. It's also worth noting that this approach requires a deep understanding of spiritual warfare and the tactics that Satan uses to deceive and manipulate humans. We need to be aware of the ways in which Satan can use our desires for wealth and power against us, and to take steps to protect ourselves from his influence. This can involve practices such as prayer, meditation, and fasting, as well as seeking guidance from spiritual leaders and mentors. Ultimately, the key to fighting Satan by getting wealthy and powerful is to maintain a strong spiritual foundation and to use our resources and influence to serve others. When we prioritize our spiritual growth and development and use our wealth and power to make a positive impact on the world, we can be confident that we are advancing God's kingdom and thwarting Satan's plans. By leveraging the power of wealth and influence, we can create a cultural shift towards values such as kindness, compassion, and generosity, and bring light and hope to a world that is often dominated by darkness and despair. In conclusion, the concept of fighting Satan by getting wealthy and powerful may seem unconventional, but it can be a powerful means of using the enemy's own tactics against him. By acquiring wealth and influence, and using it to spread positivity and goodness, we can create a cultural shift towards values that are antithetical to Satan's goals. However, it's essential to maintain a strong spiritual foundation and to prioritize our spiritual growth and development, lest we fall prey to Satan's tactics and become corrupted by our own desires for wealth and power.